What is up, Cobra Kai fans? Welcome back to another very informative video for Cobra Kai Season 6. Many months have gone by and we're still itching for a glimpse at the final season of the show. Unfortunately, there's been no real signs of official releases like a teaser or even a release date for the final season. But little by little, news has gotten out there that's sure to get a lot of fans excited. The news outlet What's on Netflix is probably the most reliable source for information when it comes to all things Netflix related for shows and movies, and they've been pretty busy lately when it comes to Cobra Kai. They have two newly released articles talking about the recent Q&A that Cobra Kai co-creator Jon Hurwitz gave on Twitter. That certainly gave them a lot to talk about, so they covered the entire Q&A, talking about every question and answer in detail. And they also did an article about a release date estimate and talked about everything we know leading up to the final season. Now, both of these articles are great. They cover everything immensely in great detail, but we're not talking about the articles in their entirety. Both of these articles said something very, very interesting right at the end of both of them. And the statements in both of these articles kind of tie in with one another if you think about it. We'll start off with the article that What's on Netflix posted about Jon Hurwitz's Q&A. As they were wrapping things up in the article, they said filming continues for the new season through to the end of July 2024. Now this is rather interesting as not everyone knew about this. A lot of people did, but not everyone. It was definitely cool of What's on Netflix to finally put this information out there on paper, or screens if you will. The way they talk about it in this article makes it seem like that is the definitive target date for them to end shooting. Now in the next article, where they give a big overview of what we know so far leading up to the final season, again, right at the end, they say, "Our understanding is that Netflix hopes to get the series out as soon as September 2024. September 19th is the date that's been floated to us," which makes sense given that it won't have concluded until late July. However, post-production and localization will take it a good few months. Now this is big right here, and I'm honestly surprised that What's on Netflix even had the guts to put this out there. We know that What's on Netflix isn't directly affiliated with Netflix as a whole, but I got so many questions about this. My first is, what exactly is the source for this information? They said that September 19th is the date that's been apparently floated around to them. Who exactly gave them this type of information? Especially to a news outlet, which you know they would cover it. Again, they solidify that July is the target date for them to finish filming, so that's pretty much confirmed. However, this apparent release date is all speculation. But the fact that this is all coming from What's on Netflix and they claim to have a source for this information, or rumor if you will, and judging from past seasons of the show, a couple or a few months definitely makes sense because they gotta do the post-production, they gotta do the music, the localization like they mentioned in the article. But in my opinion, that doesn't leave a whole lot of room for marketing. That's probably the biggest thing here. With Cobra Kai Season 5, they wrapped up filming, I believe, at the end of 2021, maybe early 2022. I can't be sure of the exact time frame that they finished it, but they finished it well before that Season 6 is set to conclude filming. And myself and a lot of fans unfortunately weren't satisfied with the marketing that Season 5 brought, and that's probably part of the reason why Season 5 didn't perform as well as Season 4 in my opinion. For me, I don't particularly like the September time frame for a release of the new season. It just felt really out of place and just weird that it wasn't part of the holiday or January release date like previous seasons have had. So given the limited time frame that they have to actually market the season after they conclude filming in July, that's just like 2-ish months that they're gonna have. And they still gotta edit everything, make sure everything's ready to go, along with market it as well. That kind of makes me a little bit nervous that the final season is not going to get the marketing and attention that it truly deserves. Don't get me wrong, a September release date would be awesome. The sooner we get the season, the better, but not at the expense for the lack of marketing and publicity that the show really needs to get. You can't have the biggest and the baddest season ever with the weakest promotion for it, in my opinion. But guys, definitely let me know down below in the comments section, how excited would you be if September 19th is actually going to be the release date for Season 6? Or is this something that kind of makes you a little bit nervous? I know it's making me a bit nervous. I am excited, but it's much more of a concern on my end. If you got something out here today, make sure to leave a like on the video, and if you didn't, change it to a dislike. Any feedback helps out the channel immensely with the YouTube algorithm. Join the dojo today by hitting the subscribe button down below if you're a massive fan of the Cobra Kai series and the Karate Kid films. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.